because we did something very similar to Alfred Neto's followers on Tuesday. And so Alfred, want to tell everybody, what were the 4 stories that you asked me?
Okay, so the 4 stories is the standard 4 stories that we ask all our peak performers. The first story is a childhood story, so a significant memory from your childhood time. And then we go a bit deeper, a story of uncertainty, right? Because all of us face a lot of uncertainty now. So a story of your greatest uncertainty in your life. The third one was challenges. So what's the biggest challenges that you face? And the fourth one is about the futures, right? So where do you see yourself in the future?
Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Okay, so let's get started with your first story. What's your first story that you like to ask?
Awesome. So the first story, right, is for us to get to know you so much better, right? The first story is a childhood memory. So share with us a significant childhood memory that you have that you can remember until today.
Okay, I prepared some slides so that you guys can enjoy as well the presentation. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I would say that the most memorable childhood memory would have to be when I was 13 years old. But before I show you my 13 years old picture, this is me at 10 years old celebrating my 10-year birthday. And you can see McDonald's is my favorite food. All right. Is that yours as well, Alfred?
Yeah. I think when we were young, we love McDonald's.
To the rest of you watching us right now, how many of you here are big fans of McDonald's? If you're big fans of McDonald's, let us know in the comment section as well. So I love McDonald's. So we eat it, but we're not very rich, right? So we only get to eat it 4 times a year. My birthday, my sister's birthday, my mom's birthday, and my dad's birthday. So and also I wanna take this picture because I'm the youngest in my entire family. So we get the luxury of having hand-me-downs. So all these clothes are my cousin's clothes. And I never really get to buy my own clothes, right? Because, clothes is a luxury. And everything was A-okay until you hit 13 years old, when you start to realize that, oh my God, my cousins are actually very well-to-do, and I'm like Mr. Poor Man, poor boy, right? Always playing with second-hand toys, wearing hand-me-down clothes. So at 13 years old, you become so self-conscious, and it became a very big problem for me in terms of my self-esteem. But then one day during Chinese New Year, on the eve of Chinese New Year, so in Chinese we call it 除夕夜, my mom surprised me with a Burberry shirt. How many of you recognize this brand? Damn, I should have did a little game, This is a very famous brand during the 1990s. Okay, Burberry, Benetton, Giorgio Armani, and then my mom surprised me because my mom's a housewife, and then my mom. Rosaline is saying, can tell your age because during my time it was bihun, chicken wing, fishball, agar. Yes, exactly. We always have fried fishball one and agar, right? The jelly thing. So anyway, what happened is my mom surprised me. Apparently, she worked for a part-time to be able to get some money to get herself to get me expensive my very first branded Burberry shirt. So that night I could not sleep because I was so excited to finally wear something new and something branded. And now I'm one of them. I'm part of my cousins. So it's true enough. The next day, my cousins were very excited to see me in my branded shirt. They were all rallying around me and wow, this is so nice, and I feel good. I feel like I'm part of a tribe. And then I remembered that my auntie, right? One of my aunties, she actually yanked me from the back of my shirt. She yanked me towards her and she was looking at the back. And I later realized why. She was trying to look at the label. And then she made this comment. She said, wow, Mimi is my mom's name. She said, wow, this is real Burberry, a real one. Not fake one. And then she said, how do you have so much money to buy a branded shirt? And then my mom said, I work part-time, many hours, just to get one shirt. And then my auntie said to my mom, Mimi, let me tell you this, okay? Poor people will always be poor. Don't try to act rich. Let you poor boy wear this shirt. Now this branded shirt also look fake. So that was my auntie said that. And I mean, I was 13 years old. I have no idea how to respond to that. My mom was just listening to it and she was just smiling. All right. And I remembered the next day or that night, I was awoken up by someone crying, and later on it turned out that it was actually my mom that was crying. And it's not your, not your usual kind of cry, which is cry. It's the sobbing kind of cry that you cannot even breathe. Have you ever heard like someone cry, like you can't even catch your breath, that kind of cry? And I was just hiding behind the door, hearing her like a little girl again, sobbing. And I've never heard my mom cry. Never. She's like the strongest person I ever know, even till today. The strongest person. And just imagine, Alfred, the strongest person in your world broke down like this. Your world just crumbled as well. And I remember that hearing her cry and telling my dad that, why I don't understand why people keep looking down on us. Like, why is it that no matter how hard I try, people still look down on us? Now they even look down on our boy. And somehow those words profoundly changed me, because I remember I made a promise to myself, and I told myself I must study hard. I mean, that was the only thing I could do, right? There's nothing else I could do. I told myself I must study hard so that no one will ever look down on mommy and daddy again. 13 years old. And I think that was the most memorable, traumatic experience for me. But it changed my life, because all of a sudden, I did not care so much about computer games. I cared more about tuition. I didn't care about hanging out with my friends. I was caring more about hanging out with my teachers. I didn't care about hanging out, spending money on toys. I was actually spending money, on books and assessment book and 10-year series. And it took me 2 years. I wasn't very good at studying. So it took me 2 years. In secondary 15 years old, I finally came in first in my school. I was studying Anderson Secondary School. I came in first that year, and I came in first again the next year. I got into a very good junior college, Nanyang Junior College, came in first, and then got a scholarship and became the very first person in my Feng family to ever graduate in a university. So this is my father, for the very first time, taxi driver, renting a suit, not even renting a suit. And my mom dressing up, and me, receiving the award. And this was one of the most beautiful moments in my life. And sometimes I feel that it's nice when people don't believe in you, because it gives you the motivation to prove them wrong, right? Yep. And so that would be one of the most memorable childhood memories. And the best part is it's not, I didn't get first because I love studying. I got first because I love my mom. I love my dad. And I hate being looked down upon. Mm-hmm. And so if there's one thing I've learned from this experience, it's that when the why is big enough, you would figure out the how. When the why is big enough, you figure out how. A lot of times, if you don't find motivation, it's because you have no purpose. You have no reason. You have no compelling reason to do what you want to do. And therefore, you end up with a very lame excuse to not do what you're supposed to do. So that's my story. And big hug to Jun Lee. I'm okay now. I mean, it's been so many years. Obviously, there are days when I tell that story, I can still feel it. Today is a little bit better, but big hug to June, and big hug to all of you who ever have been looked down upon. In fact, I'm just wondering, have anyone been looked down upon? Like Alfred, have you ever been looked down upon? If you guys have ever been looked down upon, let me know in the comment section so I can give you a big hug.
Yep, definitely, right? So what I'm curious, right, is that a lot of times in our life, we have to take a step back and try to find our why, right? But you found your why at the age of 13, right? So you encountered that, and it was like a wake-up call for you. And that was your why that drive you all the way until now.
I think I was lucky. But of course, when you're 13 years old, you never think you're lucky, right? Steve Jobs says that, the dots always connect after. Want to do a special shout out to Jesslyn Tan, Xanis, I'm sorry about tonight, Paul, Wilson, Rosalind, Rachel, even Xanis. All right, we've all been invisible before. We've all been looked down upon. And I just want to assure you guys that whenever you go through shitty times like this, right, remember this saying, okay? It is the depths of your struggle that determines the height of your success. It is the depth of your struggle that determines the height of your success. So the more shitty times that you guys go through, even right now, just give yourself a smile, because one day you'll be able to tell the same story and to be able to inspire a lot more people down the road. And like what I'm doing right now with you, all of you.
Grace shared something very interesting. She said she got locked down by her sister growing up.
Looked down by my sister. Oh my God, sister. Okay, lah. Then again, my mom got looked down by her sister, so I shouldn't be very surprised. I just had amazing sisters. I only got one sister. I have an amazing sister. So I can't imagine what is it like to be looked down upon. But you know what, Grace? I just want to say that it's okay if the whole world look down on you, as long as you don't look down on yourself. I think that's most important. I know it's going to take a lot of strength and courage to be able to see the best in yourself, but you got to try, okay? Because you owe yourself this to try.
And I like your why. Your why is not just to prove your auntie wrong, but your why is to never let your parents feel that ever again.
Yeah, because you think about it, my dad's a taxi driver, right? It's not exactly the most glamorous job. He is the naughtiest in the entire Feng family, the rebel in the family. He only studies till I think primary 6. My mom studies till Sec 2, 14 years old, and then no education. She's the youngest. She's the most ignorant, the most uneducated. How much respect can you get?
Yeah.
Right? And she's the most loved by her father, but the father passed away very early.
Okay.
So guess what? She had to fend for herself, right? She got 7 sisters. Yeah, and then some more, she married young. She married when she was 16 years old. My God, damn, mom, is it even illegal? Is it even legal? Oh my God, did I just pauto you? She got married very young. Like, what? I mean, what does she know? You know, and I never know that I've been through. I never know my family was that bad until 13 years old, when you become a little bit more aware and you realize that, oh wow, there's such a thing called social status. Yeah.
Rosalind Chen says, school fees not paid for many months, can't even afford to buy shoelace to replace my broken ones. I pull from the mop and use it as a shoelace. Wow, amazing.
The story power, Rosalind. Cheers, Rosalind. This is to you, okay? This is not ice water, this is gin tonic. Cheers. The minute you become an entrepreneur, your life becomes uncertain. The minute you become a father, your life is uncertain every single day. Right? Cheers, it's true, right? It's true, right? Yeah. So I prepared something for all of you. So I'm gonna show you guys, okay? So I have many uncertain moments in my life, but I want to tell you this story because I've never shared this story before in public. So this will be my first time sharing that story. Hi, Jack. Nice to meet you. So one of my most uncertain moments, it's in 6 February 2018. I got a direct message from this guy called Sina from LA, and he invited me to speak at a social media conference in United States called Disrupt Tour. And why do I say it was an uncertain moment? Because I had to make a very difficult decision. Alfred, you need to understand that I'm not paid. It's a free speech. That means I've been invited. I have to pay my own airfare.
Wow.
The only thing that they will support me is accommodation and my meals. But I have to pay for my own air ticket. It's pro bono, so I am speaking for free, right? Now, so that was what's at stake, right? But it was a chance. It was a chance for me to finally get to speak in United States, which is one of my dreams, one of the places that I want to go, right? And I always have this feeling that if I can be validated in US, I will have so much more confidence when I come back to Asia, because ultimately a lot of the social media platforms are built in United States. So I very much want to do this, but I don't want to get cheated, and because I don't even know who this guy is. What if I go to US and got kidnapped? You know what I mean? And I'm not paid. And you must understand what's at stake. I had 4 gigs in Asia, because if you go to US, it means you burn 2 weeks. You see, so 4 gigs, that's $40,000 at stake. So I have to say no to 4 gigs. I have to say no to 40,000, and I got to take a chance, fly to US on my own, meet people that I have no idea who they are. They might hate me. And to do a speech to an audience that I've never given a speech to. That was that difficult moment in my life. Unfortunately, I remember a movie. I love watching movies, and there's this movie called I Bought a Zoo. All right. Let me know in the comment section if you guys know I Bought a Zoo. The producer is Jerry Maguire. It's a very inspiring movie. And it is a love movie. It's about father and son. And it's by Matt Damon and Scarlett Johansson, right? So it's an awesome movie. There was a particular scene where the little boy, he was only 7 years old, and he's in love with a little girl. And he told his dad, I think he's 10 years old, not so young, huh? 7 is a bit young. So maybe about 10 years old. And then he go to his dad, right, at a bun. He said, Dad, I like this young girl. But I do not dare to tell her I love her. What should I do? You know what Matt Damon said? Matt Damon said that, son, sometimes in life, all you need is just 20 seconds of insane courage. Just literally 20 seconds of embarrassing bravery. And I promised you, something great will happen. 20 seconds of insane courage. And you know what's the best part? At the end of the movie, they show a scene of young Matt Damon when he was still young. And there was a beautiful girl that passed by, and he was so smitten by her. And that was when he told himself 20 seconds of insane courage. So he went out there and said hi to her, and she became his wife, who later bare him that son who asked him that question. If he did not have that 20 seconds of insane courage, he wouldn't have went out, go after her and say, hey, I like you. Can I buy you a drink? And he will never have the wife. He will never have the son. He will never be able to pass that message to the son. So I don't know why, but that 20 seconds of insane courage just came in my mind. And I told myself this. I say, you know what? All I need is just 20 seconds of insane courage. And at that 20 seconds, I said yes. I say, okay, let's do it. And then I flew to LA, and I became the only Asian speaker in that whole entire conference speaking about social media branding. It was so validated. She belongs to a financial service company in US, and she actually engaged me. She offered to engage me for a gig there. And I got so validated when I came back to Asia, back to Singapore. That was still in 2018. My confidence went sky high. I could almost say that it was after that speech in LA that all of a sudden I realized that whatever I teach has value and people will appreciate it. And because of that insane 20 seconds of courage that I say yes to US, I eventually also said yes to Prague. I said yes to Budapest. I'll show you. And I said yes to Middle East. That was just last year. I prepared a little video for all of you to watch. Let me know if I can hear the volume. Can you hear the volume? Okay. If you guys are from insurance, you would know, this guy called Tony Gordon, right? Tony Gordon is a legend, okay? He's like the Stephen Covey of the insurance world, you can say that. And can you imagine, I get to share stage with the legend of insurance. And why do I say that this is very uncertain for me? Because I'm English speaking, but people in Middle East, I've never been in Middle East. And I mean, you watch so many news about Middle East, sometimes you have a lot of this false impression of what Middle Eastern guys are like, the Arabs are like. I do not know how to speak Czech. I do not know how to speak Hungarian. These people have no idea what I'm talking about. They don't understand my language. There was so much uncertainty. But I keep telling myself that whenever I have a decision to make, I always want to make the most difficult one, because the difficult decisions usually bring me to an adventure. And my breakthroughs, I notice a pattern that a lot of times when I make a difficult decision, there's always a good story ending. Yeah. And what I didn't tell all of you is because of all these overseas gigs, like in Europe, in Middle East, in US, where I'm very scared because no Singaporean speakers have ever been there. I don't know their language. I don't know their culture. I don't know if they'll accept me. But I tell you, I made so many good friends. I've gained so much confidence. And recently, a company who does MBA programs for insurance leaders. When I say insurance leaders, I'm not talking about agency leaders. I'm talking about CEO, CAO, CTO of insurance company all around Asia. They have an MBA program for them. and I got selected to be one of the lecturers in the program. So I'm actually going to be teaching CEOs of insurance company about social media. And I would not have that kind of exposure if not for me saying yeses to all these things. So I just want to tell every one of you, if today you are at a crossroad, you are facing uncertainty, you have to make difficult decisions, I just want to tell you this. All you need is just 20 seconds of insane courage, literally embarrassing bravery. And I promise you, something great will happen in your life. As obstacles, smile and tell yourself, these are all bread for me. They're going to make me stronger. They're there not to stop me. They're there to test me on how badly I want the things that I said I want. So if you guys set big goals, get ready for big challenges. But those challenges are there not to stop you. Those challenges are there to test you on how badly you want your goals. And your pot of goals is writing down there. It's the story of my life, man. I look at every moment of my life where I became a coward, no breakthroughs. But when I decided to take that 20 seconds of insane courage and do the things that scare me, breakthrough. I would never have dared to do Facebook Live years ago. I did it. Wasn't that good? But I did it. And look at where we are today. Right? I would never, as a Singapore guy, would ever say yes to wanting to do a speech in Malaysia. I've never been to Malaysia before back then. But insane courage, I did it. I make new friends. I make friends. And now for Malaysia is actually my biggest fan base. My biggest fans are all from Malaysia. Hey, Malaysia. If you guys are from Malaysia, could you let me know in the comment section? Of all the countries that I've been to, Malaysia is my biggest fan base. So I that's why I have a home in Malaysia. In case Singapore don't want me, right? I still got Malaysia.
Yeah. And you are so right when you share that the biggest breakthrough, right? When you take courage, even as I reflect in my life as well, always that uncertainty, right? And I take that 20 seconds of insane courage, right? Now when I look back, right, it brings me up a different level, right? It's like you say, the game keep on leveling up.
Always. Growth always happen at discomfort. Breakthroughs always happen at discomfort. Adventures always happen at discomfort. Have you ever watched a movie where the characters know everything? Like, look at Avengers. If they know the ending, right, there's no story already, right? Right? Oh, you know what? Thanos going to get all the gems, right? Maybe we should grab it before he does. Actually, don't worry. We can wait because 10 years, 15 years down the road, someone's going to come. Ant-Man's going to come and save us. Don't do anything. Then we will not have adventure. We will not have stories. Adversity is what creates adventures.
Let's see any interesting stories from our guests today.
Let's look at it. Something I keep abusing the word belief. Everything in life, guys, is created twice. First in your mind, then in your reality. Everything is created twice. So, Rowan, I don't care how the world sees you. You just change the picture of how you see yourself. See yourself as a winner. See yourself as a successful entrepreneur. See yourself receiving the MDRT award. See yourself as a great husband. See yourself as a great son. I agree. Maybe your reality doesn't say that right now. But why continue to say the things that's not happening in your life? Why say more? There's a lot of power. Death and life lies in the power of your tongue. Why do you keep saying the things that you don't want? Keep saying and declaring the things that you want. And then watch your life unfold. And I tell you, one of the greatest victories in life is to look in the eyes of the people that don't believe in you and look at you and go, wow, you're good. I tell you, that's one of the biggest victories in life.
Wow, nice. Ezrina Koo shared something very nice. She said, my insane courage was me saying yes to China. I was there alone. First time on the plane there. Was the only Malaysian in my class and older than most of freshmen. Ended up 5 years there and exposed to a whole new world of different life.
Wow. And I went there alone. Amazing. And at 5 years. Well done, Ezrina. So proud of you. Who else? Do share your stories as well, guys. This is not just me telling you story. I hope that my story inspire you to share yours, because it's not just a heart-to-heart talk with me, but I want to have a heart-to-heart talk with you guys. You have been following me for so many years. It'd be nice to get to know your stories as well. Viviana, hi Viviana. She's my Dota friend. I play Dota with her. Okay, she says, my craziest 20 seconds of courage was saying yes to flying to States for an event that happens in a week. Met the world's best marketers in an intimate session, and it changed my life. Bibiana, do you know that was how I got to know you? I did not know you beforehand, even though we have a lot of common friends. I did not know you through Dota. I know you from Instagram. I know you because I saw your Instagram stories of you posting all the amazing marketers that you met. And you were a little young girl. And then, you know, all these Americans are all like so big size and they're towering over you. And I was like, man, this BB, she has a heart of a lion. That was what got my attention, BB. And then after that, I went and checked you out. And then we start chatting. And then one day I posted that I'm playing Dota. She says, come, I'll join you. And she's good. She saved me don't know how many times in the Dota game. So Vivi, you're amazing. She's a fantastic marketer and videographer. Jane, hi Jane. Jane's my best friend in our Singapore world, right? Singapore world. All right, who else? We have Ciso. Your gift, Eric. Thank you. Oh, you're very kind. Thank you so much. You're from Devo. All right. Who else? Who else has a story to share? We have we missed out. King Kok. King Kok from Singapore. I have the fear of speaking in front of the crowd. Applied the idea of insane courage when I was learning to speak in Toastmasters Club. Fantastic, King Kok. And once you master public speaking, right, the world of social media opens up. Because if social media is the new television, videos is the new communication, right? And for you to be able to do public speaking, it means that you're going to be able to reach out to a lot more people through social media. So I'm very proud of you.
Chen Chun say, my 20 seconds of courage happens when I first dropped Eric Feng a text in 2013.
Come on, I'm not a girl. You don't need courage to approach a guy. All right, if I'm a girl, then maybe you need courage. But whatever it is, I just want to acknowledge you, and I'm glad that we connected in Malaysia. Johan Wong, for me is dropping a decent day job with an esteemed firm to be a full-time financial advisor. Legit scariest moment, most uncertain moment in my life, but no regrets. Loving every moment and growth ever since. Woo! To all of you guys who switch your day job to join the insurance world, the real estate world, or the network marketing world, I tell you, it takes balls and courage to do that, right? But understand that that's what adventures are made of. Everything is certain, everything is easy. It's a horrible story. Yeah. So if you guys want to share a great story, it's usually because you've been through shit. So it's good. Okay. Yep. Anybody else that we missed?
And as you share your story, right? Even if you don't have a story, maybe you could share in the comment, right? What 20 seconds of insane courage that you can take now, right? During whether is it MCO or circuit breaker, right? What insane courage that you can take now? Whether is it asking from your boss something, right? Expanding a business decision, joining KLR, right?
Thanks for the plug, Dean. Arigato, gozaimasu, terima kasih.
Right? Maybe you can share in the chat box, right? Or maybe you have just recently just taken an insane courage action, right? So share with us, because just by sharing that, it can motivate. That's the power of story. That's why I love story, because just by sharing, you're not motivating just Eric and myself, but every single one that's looking at your comment.
And you're motivating me too, because the next time around when I have become no balls, right? And I become a weakling and I didn't dare to take courage, I'm going to reread all your comments and I'm going to say, if you guys do it, I can do it too. We have a lot more. Let's spend some time reading the comments. We have Jeffrey Ming from LA. Two moments really stand out for me when it comes to 20 seconds of courage. Number one, I saw the most beautiful girl at Los Angeles airport and she just had something about her. So I went past her, grabbed her baggage ticket. This became my girlfriend and business partner of 3 years. Walao, this is like an epic love story.
Oh, cheers to me. Cheers,
man. It takes balls, man, to grab bag. I only imagine if I grab the person, I break my back. You know? Number two, he says, leaving my 6-figure COO position at an amazing alcohol company to put all my energy and vision into our business. 2 best decisions ever. Love your content, guys. Wow. Oh, I love this. Oh my God, this is so good.
So motivating.
Yeah, you go ahead and read the comments, if you see them. I probably might miss some. What other comments do you see?
Azrina said, this session is giving me so much goosebump. Oh my God, so many emotion rolling. Yes, Azrina, so that's the power of stories, right? Melissa Ing says, balls of steel, courage. So Debbie shared a very interesting
probably
story.
drinking her whiskey right now. I was chatting with her on DM just now. She says she's gonna have some golden liquid. Liquid of gold. Golden liquid doesn't sound right. Liquid of gold.
Way too much daughter. Debbie shared something. I had a toy shop of my own 26 years ago. My boyfriend had a car accessory and repair shop as family business. When he proposed to me, we decided to let go of the businesses we had and put up a printing business. We are married now for 25 years and our printing business is still flourishing till now. So congratulations, Debbie.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Debbie, for sharing your story. I'm so inspired by you.
Yeah,
Debbie,
yeah.
wait, so she have a toy shop for 22 years. Is it still around? I love toys, basically. So it'd be very cool to go and check out your toys.
Well, you can send some. Eric can be a toy tester. You don't mind.
Oh, that'd be fun. We are Sisoy Quintana, from a reluctant speaker now to a learning transformational teacher. I'm proud to share with you in my talks as the transformational figure. Wee, wee. Cheers! Amazing, guys. Keep those stories coming, yeah? Amazing. Oh my God. From Grace Cheong, my recent CCB insane experience was to cycle 50 kilometers alone, but not in 20s, but in 3 hours. Hey, it's amazing, okay? I cannot even cycle for 1 hour.
Amazing, Grace.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing those things. All right, what's next, man? Wow, this is good, huh?
Biggest challenge. So many of us are facing challenges right now. Even though uncertainty, the story that you share, has some form of challenges, but I believe that in our life, right, there's non-stop challenges. So maybe you could share with us a time in your life that you faced this very big challenge. What happened? How do you feel? And what action did you take in the end?
I think everyone would be able to relate to this story because this story has social media involved. And if you guys have just started building a personal brand on social media, you'll love this story. Yeah. So this is me when I first started my career as a speaker. I chose this picture because it was my first overseas speech in Malaysia, in MPH at One Utama. Yeah. So it was my very first time delivering a speech in 2008. So that was 12 years ago. And unfortunately, only 15 people come. Then you might say, hey, 15 not bad already, But what I didn't tell you is that about 7 of them were actually my friends. So the real audience is only 5 because 3 were auntie and uncle sitting down wondering what's going on. So it's not exactly very encouraging. And I remember the first few years of my career was tough, because the education industry, right, it's a very judging industry. It's a very tough industry. They judge your words, they judge your action, they judge your face. So unfortunately, I was very young looking back then, so I don't get a lot of opportunities. Many of the meeting rooms with the prospects, with the customers, right, the L&D officers, always feels like an interrogation. One of the most popular questions I always get asked when I meet a potential customer is, how old are you? And then when I tell them how old I am, they will roll their eyes and go like, you're too young to be a trainer. You're too young to be a speaker. What life experiences do you have to teach our people who are older than you, Eric? And it was quite tough. I remember I was so close to giving up because I went to a speaker's event. I paid money hoping to get some advice. And you know what's the advice I got from some of the veteran speakers? They actually said that you're too young for this business. You should go get a day job, and then one day when you're older or you have no hair or white hair, and then you just come and join us in this industry, but not now. You're too young. And I was so discouraged. It's like, I want to be a speaker. It's my dream. And then someone just told me that you're not cut up to be a speaker. You're too young. You have no experience. Go get a day job. So I was the whole corporate world basically did not take notice of me, except for one person. And that person is Ron Kaufman. Ron Kaufman is an international speaker. He's a phenomenal speaker. Ask any professional speaker, they will know about him. He founded the Singapore chapter and he took note of me. He took notice of me, right, when I was unproven. And he took me under his wing and he mentored me. And that's why I want to do a special shout out to you guys. And that is, if you want to have a breakthrough in your life, in any area of your life, make sure you seek out a mentor. A mentor accelerate things for you. If I never met Ron, I don't think I have whatever I have today, right? Because he opened my world, in an amazing way. So he gave me one advice, and this is what he said to me. He said, Eric, in the business world, people will not value you unless you are a somebody. People will not value you unless you are a somebody. So that was what he said to me. And I said, what do you mean by that? I said, what do you mean by being a somebody? He said, a somebody is someone that is well known, well loved, and well respected. All right. And then I realized that he's right. Because you think about it, Alfred, look at the world today, right? If you are nobody, nobody knows you. Even your words of wisdom sounds like bullshit. But when you are a somebody, even your bullshit sounds like word of wisdom.
Yeah.
Would you agree, guys? I mean, let me know in the comment section if you guys agree with that, because that was what I realized. I mean, I work hard. I try my best to prepare good training, good speeches. But the truth of the matter is people judge me before I can even open my mouth.
Yeah.
Because I have no brand. I have no personal brand. Nobody knows who I am. And you have to understand, Alfred, back then, right, when you want to build your personal brand, you need to be either a celebrity or you need to maybe survive an accident, right? Lose a leg or something and survive. Or you need to have a lot of money to pay a PR agency to get newspapers and radio and internet and magazines to interview you.
Yeah.
But I have no money. How can I do all those things? So the only thing I could do was to create marketing collateral. So take some studio pictures, do marketing. Thank God there was Facebook already, was already fast getting popular. So I started putting out content on Facebook. But guess what? No difference. I put a lot of content on social media. I start teaching on social media, but I didn't get more customers. I was still Mr. Invisible. I didn't get a lot of likes and comments. So it was extremely discouraging. I do not understand why. I am trying to build my brand, but I don't see results. So one day I came very dejected to Ron and I said, Ron, I don't think I'm cut out for this, man. Like I try to put out content on social media, but people still don't see me as an authority figure. And then he looked at me with this pair of very compassionate eyes, and he said to me, Eric, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah. Do you even see yourself as a somebody? Do you even see yourself as somebody? Do you even like yourself? Do you even respect yourself? No one ever asked the kind of questions to me before. And he said to me, Eric, until you start seeing yourself as a somebody, people will always treat you as a nobody. Until you see yourself as a somebody, people will always treat you as a nobody. That was mind-blowing for me. It was amazing because I realized from his advice that people treat you according to how you treat yourself.
Yep.
People treat you according to how you like yourself. If you don't like you, why would other people like you? If you don't even respect you, why would other people respect you? And then I realized that half the time, I don't even believe in the things I said. I don't even like myself. I have so many flaws. I don't respect myself. Then I realized something. I need to fix me first. I need to fix how I look at myself. Yep. Personal branding, it's all about self-awareness.
Yep.
You need to understand, what do you like? What's your biggest strengths and talents? And make sure that you have a positive relationship and positive self-image before you can even communicate that brand out there. And that changed. That changed. Because the minute I started to like myself. It was very tough though. Because I have so many things I don't like about myself. But remember I told you, your focus is your reality. Whatever you focus on expands. So I started focusing on the things that I appreciate about myself.
Yeah.
It was tough at first, but it took a while to switch. All right. I started, working on being a better version of myself. Because if I want to respect myself, I have to have better character. I need to honor my words. If I say I'm going to do something, I got to do it. Otherwise, how am I going to respect myself? I need to do more things. I need to do more acts of courage. Because if I cannot even do courageous things, how can I respect myself? So I started having an inward journey with myself, beginning to fall in love with myself, beginning to respect myself. And guess what? The minute that happens, the world starts taking notice of me.
Wow.
And that led to whatever that you guys see today.
I really like that. I really like that because I like the second part of the story more actually, because when you share the first part, right? It's like positive thinking, and you think like, oh, you have to be somebody. And I think a lot of people fall for that trap, right? I'm somebody, right? We wear branded clothes, right? We drive nice car, or we have a title in the corporate world, right? But actually, I like what you shared, right? You shared that, do you even know yourself? Do you even like yourself?
Yeah.
Do you even respect yourself?
Respect yourself, yeah. Because
Can
if
you
you don't,
Hmm.
why would other people do it?
Yep. Yeah, when you were sharing just now that there's so many flaws and things that you don't like about yourself, can you share one thing that you don't like yourself back then?
Oh,
And those things that
oh my God, there's so many things I don't like about myself.
just one. So,
When I first started, one of the things that I didn't like about myself is like I look very scrawny.
okay.
Yeah, I was very. I mean, you look at my jackets in the past, right? It's like oversized one because we got money to buy nice fitting suits, right? So you basically just wear suits that people pass to you, right? Right? So like a free suit, it's big. So it's all like baggy pants, and I was freaking scrawny. Yeah, and there was a period of time I blink a lot as well. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, don't worry. The videos are all gone. I destroyed them.
So those of you in the comment, maybe you could share with us. So, is there one thing that you don't like yourself right about now? Right, just share with us. Right. For me, right, it would be a bit of self-discipline, right? Because I always love sweet things, So what I judge myself is like, Alfred, you don't have enough self-discipline, self-discipline. Yeah, so it's something that I judge myself, right, and overcoming it.
But I think you need to look at yourself with more compassionate eyes. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that you deny that you have no discipline, but I'm saying that can you look at yourself and go like, you know what? It's something that you want to work on, but I still love you, whatever it is. It's there's this song in Moulin Rouge,
yeah,
called "Come What May."
Okay, yeah.
Can we find the lyrics? Let's find the lyrics. Okay, I want to read you guys the lyrics because I tell you that was one of the things that I did. What happened was, okay, so "Come What May" lyrics. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the lyrics. It's gonna wow you guys. Okay, oh my God, I have never shared this before ever. I'm gonna share that with you guys. I never shared this before.
Good.
Guys, I tell you, one of the things I did to fall in love with myself is to sing this love song to myself. Listen, see here. Okay. So over here, seasons may change. Okay, seasons may change, winter to spring, but I love you until the end of time. Come what may, I will love you until my dying days. Right? And the greatest, and I will love you, I mean, you can sing the whole song, like I say to sing the song. But I tell you, that was like a covenant with myself. I was telling myself the parts of myself that I don't like, the scrawny self of me, the not so confident self of me. I told him, I said, you know what? Come what may, seasons may change, winter to spring. I'll love that part of you, whatever it takes. It's an amazing love song that I sing to myself. Okay? Not that I'm 自恋, all right? It's not like I like in love with myself, or crazy about myself, but I needed to accept the different parts of myself, because every time you accept different parts of yourself, you're restoring power.
Exactly.
Oh my God, I've never said that loudly in public before. Every time you accept a part of yourself that you don't like, you restore power back to yourself.
Exactly. Nice.
Confidence comes not from being ignorant of your flaws. Confidence comes when you're aware of your flaws, but you still accept them as part of who you are.
Yeah.
That's confident, because you see, I'm not worried of you criticizing me because I know my flaws. You don't have to say, I know. Yeah. I'm working on it to improve it, so don't have to share that because I know. So all of a sudden, there's confidence because you're not worried about what people say about you, because you only care about your own opinions of yourself.
Yep.
That was my journey. My journey of returning back to accepting myself, loving myself, respecting myself. And then that restored power to me. And when that power got restored, this is the Eric that you're seeing right now. I'm not saying I'm 100% there yet, but at least I'm work in progress. Took me a long time though. It took me 10 years. Why? Because it took me a while to learn this. I hope you guys don't take too long. But I just want to encourage you guys something. I want to show you all something, okay? And I just want to say that because of Ron's advice, because of me learning that I need to love myself, I need to respect myself, I went from a local trainer from Singapore who nobody knows to become an international speaker. And last year in June, I spoke to the largest audience in my life, all right? 10,000 insurance professionals in an event in Hong Kong from 16 countries in Applic. If you guys were there, let me know in the comment section so that I can say hi to you personally. But I just want to show you a video.
Thank you so much, guys.
Well done, Eric. Well done. So proud of you.
See that? So that is my life, man. That's the story of my life. It's like, before you can build your own personal brand, before you can be a somebody, first see yourself as a somebody. Yep. Then the world will start seeing you as a somebody. That's one of my biggest takeaway in my life.
Wow. So nice. Right? So a lot of us have a lot of reflection to do, right? A lot of reflection to do. So let's go to your stories, right? The listeners with us here today, we have 100 people, right? Share with us a time. There are a lot of key message, right, from your story, Eric. The stories that we tell ourselves.
Wow. It's like what I say, right? If you see yourself as somebody, you become a somebody. But we are also the stories. Well, I want to write that down. We are the stories that we tell ourselves.
Yep.
Wow. I love it. I love the way you put it. Wow.
You have to.
Legit impressed. I'm writing it down. So what's the question then?
Yes. So what are the stories that you tell yourself now about the future, about your future? Where do you see yourself at the end of the year? Let's go to the end of the year.
I always thought that a picture tells 1,000 words. So I did pay special attention to your story, your question. And this is it. I'm going to share with you this. So it took me 12 years to fight my way up to the world stage. Right. And I think that's one of my biggest milestone last year in May when I was awarded Certified Speaking Professional. It's given to the top 12% of the global speaking fraternity. It took me 12 years to become top 12%. And next week, I will be officially on Facebook for 12 years as well. Facebook just reminded me, my first post that I posted was coming Tuesday, 2008. So it took me 12 years to get there. And I believe that for the rest of my life, I want to do something else. And it's not just to be a speaker. I'll show you. You see, what happened was that day when I received that award, right? And all of these are veterans. All of these are legends in the speaking industry. And I'm the youngest guy to receive that award. And you know who was sitting at the table? Ron Kaufman, my mentor, with his wife, Jan. You saw him doing this? And that day when I stood there, I was in tears not because I got an award. I was in tears because I saw his facial expression. For so many years, Ron saw a somebody in me. It's just that I didn't see it. But that day when I stood there on stage, I finally saw what he saw in me. And you know what? That connected. And I told myself, for the rest of my life, I want to be him. I want to be a mentor to the future Erics who are the nobodies in life, those people who are looked down upon, those people that no one believes in, the black horses, I think they call it black horses, right? The dark horses, the people that always never get picked. Like when in sports, you're always the last to get picked. You never get invited to parties, right? People look down on you. You are nobodies in your business world. I want to be that guy to help them receive those awards. And I want to be below watching all these people receiving awards, receiving their MDRTs, receiving their lifetime achievements. I want to do that. And that's my life goal right now. I like what Robin Shang. Oh my God. I didn't know that recording was there. Oh, I forgot about this part. I forgot that he went out on stage. Oh God, Ron. So to answer that question, I want to be a person of influence, like what Ron did to me. And there's a book that Robin Sharma write. Robin is a motivational speaker, a leadership coach. He said that he wants, and I'm very inspired by him, and I want to live my life this way. You know, Alfred, when we are, let me switch off the screen. Alfred, when we are born in this world, we cry and the people around us smile. I want to live my life in a way where I live the world. When I die, I'm the one smiling and everybody around me cry. You know, I know it's a bit morbid, but it points to legacy. It points to I make my life worth something. That I've used everything that I've been given, my strengths, my talents, my weaknesses, my flaws, my idiosyncrasies, my quirks. I use everything that I've been given by God and I use it for good. And when that happens, I think I've done it. That's my goal right now, man. It's legacy. That's why I do this.
Yeah.
So that's my future story.
Exactly. And what you say is exactly right. That's why you're doing this, right? Because you are, I mean, our values are connected, right? And you are doing this, you could have spent that 1 hour watching I Bought a Zoo again, right? But you decided,
I will.
but you decided to share your story because you believe there are many Eric Feng out there.
So
right?
many.
So many out there that undervalue themselves, that believe that nobody, right? But when you look at them, you believe them. When we look at them, we believe that they are somebody, right?
I'm looking for all these people, man.
Yep. So if
what do you just say? Under what? What do you just say? You say a word very nice. They underestimate themselves or what? They over what? Undervalue themselves. Wow, that was very good. I also take notes there. Learning.
You're forever you're a student of life.
Yep, we all are. Life's one of the best teachers.
Yep. You always. I remember you be eating food also. You take notes.
No, because got ideas suddenly come out, right?
You use your phone to take notes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So amazing. Share with us your story about the future. Where do you see yourself at the end of the year, right? Where do you see yourself at the end of the year? And I think your story is a very good reminder, right? You step back, right? Even though my question was end of the year, but you reflected on your values, right? Your values of leaving a legacy, your values of serving people, right?
Yeah.
Bring out the best in people, right?
Yeah, because I take pleasure in that now. I mean, I really gotten what I want. I mean, sure, you can make more money, you can be more influential, but let me just say something. Influence comes and go. Why? Because influence is built on people's. Okay, maybe let's put it this way. Your influence on social media comes and go because it's depending on the algorithm of Facebook. It depends on people's opinions of you, right? So that's not lasting. What lasts is transformation. When someone once told me this, don't go after standing ovation. Go after change lives. Anybody can give you a standing ovation. You want? I can. Oh, okay, I'm wearing shorts. Sorry, I almost stand up. Thank God I didn't stand up. I could just give you a standing ovation if you want. Yeah. That's it. But what I care more about, right, Alfred, is when the person comes to me and say, "My life changed because of you."
Yeah.
I tell you that feeling. Actually, I do have one. Not too long ago, I think it was last year. There was a girl. Her name is Natalia from Indonesia. And she wrote me a very long Instagram message. She said that for 3 years, she was lost. She lost her motivation. She was just lost and confused. She doesn't know what to do. She came across the KRR community. She joined it. And she told me her life changed in 3 months. In 3 months, she became, you know what? Let's just read a testimonial. All right. In 3 months, her life changed. I'm going to read it to you. Here. From being burnt out, she got fired. So I'm going to read, okay? Dear Eric, I want to thank you for existing. Before I joined this KRR family, I'm already burnt out for 3 years. Yes, really burnt out because I don't know what I'm going to do as an insurance consultant. As the result, my production was stagnant. Thank you that I met a good psychotherapy, so I learned more about myself. See? It's all about self-awareness. All right, I learned more about myself. I learned about my life goals. Following it, I decided to join the KRR family, which the mentorship fee was very, very high. It was the highest that she has ever paid. All right, but the result is really amazing. I know what I have to do every day now. I can make videos now. I found my writing skills. And the most important thing is that I fell in love again with this insurance career. I joined KRR in September 10, and now my sales is double up. And I've achieved my first production club called Star Club from my company. I get to go Copenhagen last year, which I have never been before. Words can't describe how grateful I am to know you. I can feel your love in every of your words. Alfred, I'm living for this. This is what gets me going.
Wow.
And not, Eric, you're amazing. That doesn't get me anymore. Maybe last time, yes. But when I get messages from my KRR star telling me that I got to bring my mom for a holiday, or Eric, look, I got this nice house, or I got my MDRT. I tell you, Alfred, sometimes I feel like I'm the one winning the award.
Yep.
You just need one try, one taste of it, like nectar, like that. You know, the minute you try it, right, you all of a sudden realize that life could be much bigger than yourself. Yeah. So I'm not saying that I'm a saint. I'm saying that I found new pleasure in other people's success because it felt like it's mine as well because I contribute to that.
Yep.
You know, I told Ron, every day of my breathing life, if I have a chance, I'll share about you to honor you. Because during the time when no one, everybody ignored me, everybody undervalued me, everybody did not see much about me, you saw something in me. So I will honor you every day, every time I can. And it would be nice if my mentees do that. It'd be quite cool. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. So when I become
okay, you need nice photo. You ask me again. I'll send you.
speaking professional, make sure you run up and hug me. So.
Oh yeah, I'll do everything the same. Okay, I'll do it. And I'll buy you ice cream because you like sweet things, right?
Yeah. I like what you said. You know, you said I think when you share that, I can feel that it's like you are a father figure. You know?
Oh my God, you made me sound so old now.
No, because I could relate it, right? Like of your father figure, and all of us are like your mentees, right? All of us are like your kids, you know. And as a father, right, the only thing you want is to see our success. You know, the only thing you want is to see our success because when you see us finishing the race, when you see us getting what we want, when you see us achieving our goals, it's not about how we come run up to you, hug you. It's not about if you say I love you, no. But you feel that joy is when you see us reaching our goals. So exactly
because I was once upon a time there and I know how it feels like to cross the finishing line. Yeah. And I always tell my mentees, once you become successful, pay it forward, pay it forward, pay it forward. Do you know, I have this math in my mind. If I have 1,000 KRR stars, each with an influence of 1,000 people, as a community, we're already an influence of 1 million.
1 million, yep.
Yeah. That's how powerful every one of us is.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Alfred. I'm so glad we document this down because the last time around when we did this, we didn't document it down.